The XRP move is starting to fade as more questions arise regarding BlackRock's involvement. We've also got a theft of 3.1 million XRP from this exchange. Wait a minute. Why are people still leaving crypto on an exchange? And what if I told you that the CME is passing Binance on futures? That's good news for us. But what isn't good news is a warning from Lloyds Bank to all my viewers across the pond. Let's get into that hot crypto coverage. Started off with the viewer, and speaking of the viewer, we hit 18,000 subs yesterday. Thank you everyone for the support. Greatly appreciated. Mr. Irrigation channel member drops us in with a super chat donation. 10 says, thanks, I'm a coin collector, US key dates and semi-keys, gold and silver. I've made some great buys lately. One is a 2008 quarter ounce $10 gold buffalo. Guess what? It's on eBay right now, currently going for over $2,000. These are the stories that I want to hear. Jeremy Touche chimes in with another donation from the channel. Thank you much. Jeremy says, love to learn on this channel. Appreciate your wisdom, Klaus. Jeremy, wait until I show you the data regarding CME futures and why CME futures are more important than Binance futures. Conrad Allwood drops in some support as well. Thank you, Conrad. He says, hey, thanks. Thank you much, sir. I greatly appreciate it. Bitcoin sitting at 37,194. ETH still making the move. Sol, how is this pumping? Oh, I know. FTX manipulation. XRP sitting at 64.8, down 7.79%, with XLM right there with it at 12.1, down 6.8%. What the hell is going on? Oh, pumps and dumps. Tell me it's not frustrating, everyone. Lloyds Bank issues an urgent warning of crypto scams in the UK. For my fans across the pond, Trick, yes, I'm talking about you, Ben, Jimbo, all the others out there, stories for you. A recent press release issued by Britain's Lloyds Bank shares that crypto scams have surged 23% over the course of this year. Young investors have been the target, and their ages 25 to 34. The press release goes on to say that reporting victims of crypto investment scams, I couldn't say that this morning, are at an average loss of about £10,000, an increase of the previous year's £7,000. Now, this is where I wanted to share with you kind of, I guess, the interesting part about this data, okay? Additional data goes on to state that 66% of all investment scams originate on social media platforms, with Instagram and Facebook emerging as primary sources. So be very careful out there of those scammers and influencers on social media. I would be very, very scared of Telegram. Just throwing it out there. And Discord has had some problems too. Now, don't get me wrong. I know they can all be used for good things, but scammers are targeting out there. Here's the stat I want to share with you, and this has to do with being aware of problems going on. Crypto investors were then said to make an average of 3 payments to these scammers before realizing they were involved in a scam, meaning it would often take 100 days from the first transaction before a report was issued to the bank. But by that time, the money is typically gone. Now, we've seen banks in the UK flat out say, look, no, we're going to block payments to crypto companies. I could see more banks doing this. And as always, any article you see in this video, along with all my other ones, will be linked in the description below. Here's that press release from Lloyds Bank. See, it's not just US-based crypto coverage, it's global crypto coverage. Millions of XRP stolen from Polynex hot wallet. All right. I gotta share this with you, and it has, okay, this is Justin Sun's exchange, okay, and it's not just XRP. First things first, I do not see this putting any pressure on XRP. I don't see this as being a vulnerability of XRP or anything negative on XRP. This is all about Polynex, okay? Now, Justin Sun is offering a 5% bounty for the return of funds. No crypto insurance. That's a big problem. Let's learn about this, and then we're going to start talking about Mercantile Exchange, CME, futures versus Binance, why I like it, and some price talk. The extent of the heist. Based on alert, a cybersecurity firm specializing in cryptocurrency transactions revealed that the hackers drained approximately $114 million worth of diverse cryptos. This includes over 32 million USDT, 284 ETH, 86.5 wrapped Bitcoin, and 35 other tokens found on the Tron blockchain. Now, I do have to give Justin Sun some credit, because guess what? He is doing something that defies the majority of the crypto space. Owner Justin Sun confirmed that the exchange would fully reimburse the affected funds through this series of posts on social media. Polynex affirmed its commitment to users, announcing a 5% white hat bounty for the hacker in exchange for stolen assets. It is a 7-day ultimatum in place. I will be following that with you. But shout out to Justin Sun, who I seriously can't stand, but at least he's doing what's right to offer some insurance for his investors. CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and you're sitting there going, Klaus, why does the Chicago Mercantile Exchange sound so familiar? Because that's what we use data-wise for Jerome Powell and the Fed's rate hike announcements. Oh, yes. Let's take a quick look at my favorites right here and see what I've got. Where did I see it? Hold on. There it is. CME Fed Watch Tool, right? So this has all the different contracts. This is different, though. This is about Bitcoin futures. In a significant development for the cryptocurrency market, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange has emerged as a new leader in Bitcoin futures open interest, surpassing the exchange Binance. This shift in dominance comes as Bitcoin recently hit the 37,000 mark, the highest in 18 months. Bitcoin futures open interest is a critical metric in the world of futures and option market, indicating the total number of outstanding contracts held by traders. This metric essentially measures the gap between long positions and short positions, buyers and sellers. CME's surge in Bitcoin futures open interest is now taking Binance, a development that's caught the attention of market analysts. Okay, why is this important? The reason this is important has to do with you driving your car. Okay, now let's pretend you and I were driving down the highway, but your speedometer is off. It's off by 15 miles an hour, and you and I were driving down, right? You know, now, granted, you got some stats, you got some deets on your dashboard, right? You know, you were driving, and all of a sudden there's a construction zone, and the speed drops down from 60 to 45. So we're like, yo, we got this, homegirl. So we drop our car down to 45. But now the problem is our dashboard, our gauges aren't accurate. So as we go through that construction zone, the cop, boom, throws on his lights, wee woo, you know, gets us, pulls us over. We're like, yo, dude, why are you pulling us over? We're going 45. That's what my speedometer said. And cop's like, girlfriend, you were doing 60. You're like, oh, crap. That's right. My speedometer's not accurate. That's how a lot of us feel about Binance's stats. So when we see CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, that has a way better reputation, okay? And it's not just because I'm a Chicago guy wearing a Chicago Blackhawk hoodie. It's just how it is. They have a way better reputation. I've actually been to the CME in person. It's a really cool place. But anyways, think of that, right? As you drive in the car, you want your gauges to be accurate. You want your data to be accurate. And a lot of us don't believe in Binance's data. We think that Binance is faking the funk. Same thing with Justin Sun, although he did do right with offering insurance for people that were scammed. But now we've got CME data, of which I believe in more so. It's an actual dashboard that I believe in terms of accuracy. So you don't want to drive around with a car with gauges that aren't accurate. You want to drive around with a car with gauges that are accurate, and more people getting in the Chicago Mercantile Exchange for Bitcoin futures means we have a bigger data pool. Not only do we have a bigger data pool, we have a bigger data pool with more accuracy. Tools to predict the market. And all we have to do now is start looking at the measurement between long and shorts, and we can watch that set off to the price. We're good to go. Nice stuff, isn't it? All right, let's get into price talk. This is what everyone's worried about right here, and I'm with you 100%. Okay, we saw XRP making a very strong move since mid-October. Now, the majority of this move came near the end of the month, where a lot of people out there was like, "Yo, are they just pumping it up to dump on us at the end of the month?" But let's not worry about that. Let's worry more about this retracement. And what bothers me about the retracement is this. As you can see, XRP in blue here, Bitcoin in red. XRP, right, hit its pump. It's now dumping quite substantially, while Bitcoin is still on a... Now, Bitcoin did retrace a little yesterday along with XRP, but then bounced right back. And that was during the ETF news from BlackRock, of which we learned yesterday that we can't even find the original announcement that coincides with the time pump. But let's get back to XRP and let's switch this up to candlesticks. All right, 15 minutes, you know the drill. Here's the deal, everyone. We got there. We were rolling real strong, and then that was it. And once we broke through that 70-cent mark, we are now sitting at 64.7. We're under 65. It's a big retracement. That's a big blow. Now, why did this happen? Honestly, a lot of us out there are thinking, you know what? It was a buy the rumor, sell the news thing, ETH move. So as soon as there was a major announcement regarding ETH, people in crypto that want to make money now, and this is why I talk about swing traders. That's why I said you need your stuff to be juicy, because the swing traders can come and help you out. Well, they can also hurt you, because those swing traders, guess what they did? They left XRP and went into ETH. pumping ETH up. ETH hasn't been over 2,000 in a long time. In fact, if I zoom out with the 1 year on ETH, all right, I've got the year to date set up for ETH, and like I said, where is the action, everyone? I mean, seriously, we haven't been above 2,000 hardly at all. We had a little bit of a move there in April, but since ETH has been boring, it's been a lagger. But now look at this move right up here. That is a very, very strong move on the way up. So that strong move on the way up coincides with XRP's move on the way down. Swing traders, buy the rumor, sell the news. There's not enough money to go around to keep these things pumped up. It's not me being negative. It's telling you the economic conditions. The dashboard that we talked about earlier in terms of like accurate data, the data out there is telling us moves can't last because money is too expensive to sustain the last. And you're sitting there going, well, how is money too expensive to sustain the last? Think, as it goes up, people are expecting moonshot, right? High expectations. If it's not getting there, you have to keep throwing money in to get it going, right? You have to keep putting that buy pressure on. But if people's expectations are super high and they're not being met, it doesn't matter how much buy pressure you have, especially in a constricted market like we're doing now, it's going to fall down. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Swing traders looking for some ETH pump, and they're getting it right now because look, ETH not too long ago was at 1,500, October 19th, 1,500, and now over 2,000. This is very, very frustrating to watch, especially going into this weekend. And what scares me more about this weekend is I'm hearing nothing about government shutdown avoidance. Which means if we go through this weekend and they don't have any deals worked out, not even temporary deals, we could even see Gary Gensler in the SEC on Monday or Tuesday officially announce the delay of the BTC ETF action, which would suck all the energy out of this fucking market. It's not what we're looking for. I'll admit I'm frustrated. I am a little upset. I do see why this is happening. I do understand the monetary restrictions. It's frustrating to see because a lot of you out there are very hopeful that we can make some really good, juicy moves. Now, today is all going to be about data collecting, accurate data collecting. Just like I said about with the dashboard with the car, right? You don't want to drive your car with a speedometer that isn't accurate. You want it to be accurate to the T. And that's why a lot of us out here have problems with a lot of these crypto exchanges. That's why we have problems with Binance. That's why we have problems with CZ and Justin Sun, sorry. Because it has to do with them faking the numbers, commingling of funds. Because if their numbers aren't accurate and if the data is not accurate, how do you make sound decisions? I mean, seriously, ask yourself that. If the data you have in front of you is not accurate, how are any decisions you make accurate? They're not. But luckily, the CME is starting to pick up more futures interest, which gives us a better and more accurate dashboard to observe. Today for me is a recovery day. My hamstrings are fried from all the ultra training I've been doing, so it is total recovery session day today. I'm also going to be going over your gold and silver stories, preparing a gold and silver video for early next week. Let me know in the comments below what you're doing, and we got a cold front coming through. We wish we had a hot front coming through, though, to prop up XRP, because, man, the way things are going, this might not be a pretty weekend at all. I'll catch you cool cats later.